Morning YouTube. So today we're going to do a respray on this GQ Patrol for Alan Jones. So he's done a lot of work on this car. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it, Alan?
That's it, mate.
It's about 3 years he's been working on this thing. He's stripped it right back and done a lot of rust repairs and just filler repairs and all that kind of stuff. I came over here last Sunday to have a look at it. So Alan's just basically a self-taught DIY type guy, and I sort of had pictured in my head something that was going to be a bit rough around the edges, but this is far from rough around the edges. This is actually quite amazing work. I've been very impressed with the work that he's done on this thing. Like, all the edges literally are nice and neat, and as I was saying, like, I was sort of picturing stone chips. And yeah, he said he was just saying it was peppered, like it was pretty bad when it came in, and he was saying that lots of people came in and had a look at this car and said you should just get a new shell, like that's how bad it was. So he's obviously gutted the entire thing. Think there was rust on the inside of the body and all that, wasn't there?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Whole back of the roof.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You welded like a new section in here and that, didn't you?
Yeah, from about there right across there was a 3-inch open hole. It remade all that gutter rail.
Yeah.
There's no gutter rail left. We've got some rust repairs down on the floors. You can't really see it. Down through some patches.
Yeah.
Seams. And then whole engine bay. All your panels that go behind here were unspotted.
Yeah.
You can just feel them up there.
Was that just from like flexing or something, or
no, all this basically rust in
the
between
rusted?
all the seams.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So all this whole corner, that's all been rust repaired. That was gaping holes through all the radiator support.
Yep.
As you can see over here, it's a bit plated up, and this one's flat.
Yeah.
So you can only just tell.
Good work, man. And yeah, he's called in a favour, or called in some help from the Gunman to get it painted. So as you can see, this is our sort of makeshift spray booth, and being also quite impressed with how well presented it is. It's nice and tidy, and you've done a few other jobs in here before, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it.
So you started to like refine the way you actually spray in here and that. Like,
no, that's right, man.
what do you got? These cardboard things over here. So we'll put this door like most of the way down onto these.
Cardboard for the door.
Oh, so that's for this door, for your inlet, yeah, and then you've got another one for the outlet, right?
We'll rip that out later, I think.
Yeah.
Edges up along the side there with some little extractions in it.
No, good stuff. You got a bit of air trap here as well.
That's it.
Regulators, another moisture trap here too.
That's it, man. Last line of defence with the dodgy compressors.
Yeah.
I've always just used them now after. Well, not because of that compressor. My old one used to let a bit of like water and oil through the lines. So.
Yep.
That one out there should do the job alright.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, we've got like a section up here where there's like the foam of the roof, on the arc of the roof. The foam supposedly used to drop down a bit, so just masking that up. Just some of those little things that you get to know when you. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, so yeah, we've got to give this car a really good blow off. Like, the prep work's all done now, and I'll just get the airline out here and give it a good wipe down with a rag and an airline, and we'll get it in and start masking it up. Fuck yeah. So we're all blown off. Just gave a few spots a bit of a tickle with a 500 softback sanding sponge here and there. And just spent a good 20 minutes just with that air blower and just blowing the crap out of it. And looking pretty good. Alan's got this extraction system hooked up.
That's it, mate.
Looking pretty pro though. Yeah. That's where we're at. We had a little bit of a mishap with the compressor. Well, not the compressor itself, there was a extension lead. Yeah.
Bad safety.
No, but we'll actually give a look at the compressor, like, cause I'm sure that's going to be one of the questions people have to ask.
Yeah, the biggest one we could buy for 240 volt.
Yeah.
Obviously here in Oz is a bit of a mess because breather, but yeah, man. It's pretty much got 90 litre, and it's going to be an 18 CFM. 18
CFM.
Yeah, something like that.
It'd be like.
It's definitely over the 15. I got told about 15, 16 CFMs, like the minimum you want to go for, like running good pressure and that. So.
Yep.
But like I say, I'm restricted to it's the biggest without having 3-phase.
Yeah.
So we can do an Auslan, man.
Yeah, for sure.
A cheapie.
Yeah, that's
well, actually,
it.
Actually, cheapie, there's still $1,100.
Yeah.
I mean, you can spend like 3-4 grand, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little fan setup. Then we'll be chucking in the door as well.
Yep. Oh yeah, so this goes in the garage door, like the roller door, yeah.
Shut it behind us.
Yeah. That, and we got this one too, yeah?
Yeah, that sits.
Oh, that sits on the end, yeah.
Because the old man's bit of wood wasn't long enough, and he just wedged a bit of cardboard there. So
yeah,
I
nice.
figured now I'll put that one there.
So you were saying before that they're all going to be pushing out.
Yeah,
and
they're all pushing
so
out.
it's not like it's going to be in this way and out that way. It's
no, we're pretty much sucking in from the roof edges.
Yeah.
Opening the
So it's
gutter,
sort of like little
fresh air and then just sucking it all out.
little holes in through there.
That's it, mate. That's the idea behind it, man. With a bit
Yeah.
of concept.
Ah, it looks good.
Yeah.
You pumped?
That's it, bro. Let's paint some
Awesome.
shit.
Yeah, let's get this thing masked and yeah, paint some shit. Just a bit of an update there, YouTube. So we're, I'd say, 60% of the way through the masking. Alan's getting these barn doors sorted out. He's doing pretty good. He's been we're doing well. Like just taking that little bit extra time on this masking. Like I'll plug some of these holes up here and there. A lot of the time I'll just put 2 strips of 2-inch down, but I wanted to like paper it right up. A couple of reasons, like it'll stop dust from blowing out, and then even little bits of misty overspray that could possibly end up in your jams, because we're painting 2 colors on this one, because we've got to do the sort of like grey silver below these lines. So yeah, next stage will be giving a wipe down with Prepsol, hopefully in the next hour.
Yes.
So that's us masked up. Alan's gone down to get a couple of tack rags. See, the only thing that we still need as far as materials goes, he's quite well stocked here actually. He's got a lot of the stuff that he's seen me using in my videos. He uses like all the good masking tape and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, it's been a long time in coming for this job here. He's, as I said earlier, it's 3 years in the 3 years worth of work in this thing. Obviously he hasn't been spending full-time job on it, but after hours during the weeks he'll come in, do a bit here and there, spending his weekends on it and that. So good bit of a hobby for him, and he's learnt a lot, I reckon. And I think my videos have been quite helpful for him. I can tell, like I've been asking him a few questions just to see what he says, and yeah, he answers the right questions, so he has been listening to what I've had to say in my videos. So yeah, that's us all masked up. Like I plasticed the engine bay before I shut the bonnet, and then we've like re-plasticed up under here as well, so try and keep all the overspray out of that engine bay, because that's already nicely painted, and obviously all the door jams are too. So give it a Prepsol, then a tack rag next up, and then we'll just spray the lower colour just hereabouts, you know, so that the line's got to run through here somewhere. And yeah, come to think of it, I haven't asked him about if he's got wheel arch flares, which he probably will have later on that we'll need to spray, but that's something he can sort out at a later date. So yeah, we're going to do our best to get it as clean as possible. Obviously, like not expecting miracles or anything here in the shed. That's what I was saying to him as well, because we're doing the 2-tone. What we might do is put like an extra coat of clear over the edge where the masking line's going to be through there. So like usually 2 coats is enough for a respray. You go any more and sort of it's not really necessary, and you're overloading your materials and stuff like that. So if you do want any more than that, you usually just flow coat it. But what I was thinking is like we'll put our first coat on over the whole car, and then for the second coat we'll just put it over here just to build that edge up a little bit, and then we'll leave that for say 20 minutes or so, and then we'll put our third coat over the entire car. So he's got some, what was it, DuPont, sorry, Chromax they call it now. He's got the Chromax base coat here, the 610. I don't know what's going on with this colour, but it's really poor coverage. So I've told him just get a bit of a ground coat. So I think that's what it is. Either way, he's got a litre of ground coat for the blue. And I think he's even got a couple of 2 or 3 litres. I think he even said for the lower colour, for the silver. And then he went and bought some top quality Standox clear, Standox standard clear with the VOC hardener for the clear coat. So yeah, pretty important to use a good clear when you're painting like dark blues and greens, because I've seen them delaminate quite a few times. But anyway, I'll get into the prep styling and see you soon. So yeah, it's a beautiful day out here today, so perfect painting weather. It's nice and sunny, it's nice and warm in there in the shed, so it's not going to be too cold for us waiting in between coats, and don't have to worry about like runs too much. Obviously still there's always going to be a possibility of getting them, but more so in the cold. All happening now, so it's all prep sold down. Yeah. The guys have set the fans up. Not a bad little setup at all. Fingers crossed we get it really clean. Not holding my breath, but we're going to do our best. Alan came back with a bit of lunch and a couple of tack rags. So yeah, this is our paint all up here. We used a good wax and grease remover on it. That's our silver here, the blue, and here's the clear coat I was telling you about before. Got the stand-up stuff. A couple of big mixing pots come in handy. Yeah, let's mix this shit up and get going. Here we go. Nice. So I think we've just done a fuse in one of the power boards. All the fans just kicked off, but it gives me an opportunity to actually talk and you guys will be able to hear me again. So what I did here is I wound the regulator here right back down. So I left that one flat out, wound that one down so that I had 22 PSI at the gun. So if it goes below, it actually truly means that we've run out of pressure, rather than having that flat out. And then as soon as your pressure drops, you'll lose it here, and then you'll be adjusting and adjusting. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Like, as some people tell me they get like pressure fluctuations, the best way is to lower this down to usually 40 to 60. Like at my booth at work, I leave it at 60, but we've got an air screw compressor. So if you're at home, yeah, it might be better off like sort of 50, 40, 50 or something like that. Yeah. Just when you're spraying, like when you're doing workshop work, like if you got the air tools and you want that flat out, you know, but when you're spraying, like if you have that flat out, as soon as the pressure starts dropping in the compressor, you'll feel that in the gun, because that's taking all the pressure. Whereas if you back that down a little bit when you're spraying, it'll like that, you'll only feel that fluctuation when it actually does go below 40, so you're choking it down a bit. Some people don't understand it, but yeah, once you get your head around, it's pretty basic, really.
Yeah. You shouldn't be spraying if you can't get your head around some air.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're powerless at the moment.
Oh no, just the power board.
Yeah. Oh, so you just need to click the button on the back of the power board.
Yeah. No, as soon as I plugged that extra light in, she went, because their startup takes a lot of amps.
Yep. Oh yeah, we've got another lead here. Yeah. Should help us out. Anyway, well, what I'm planning on doing now is just tack ragging just the bottoms. There's no use in tack ragging the roof and the bonnet, because we're spraying the lower sections first with the silver. We're only going to be getting overspray, like dusty, misty overspray all over the bonnet anyway, so, and the roof and all the rest of the car. So we'll give that a really good tack rag before we put the blue down. So I'll be leaving it there for this video there, Gunners. Hope you guys have enjoyed. There'll be a few more in this series. Be sure to subscribe to the Gunman Raw. There'll be a link at the end of this video, because some of the content may just end up on the Gunman Raw channel, where there's long clips of just spraying base coat or clear coat or something like that. But here on the main channel, you can look forward to videos where I take you through just like I did in this one. So hope you enjoyed, and stick around for the next one. Now you've seen this video, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.